So here's a story for you. I like to also read good news because I have to parse out all my ugly, horrible political news with some good news now and then. And so there are some sites out there that actually just show good news, positive news, happy news. But this one, you guys are going to have to decide on this one on your own. I know what I think of it, but I don't know. I'll leave this one to you. This is from the Good News Network. It says, when a boy mails a birthday card to his dad in heaven, postman comforts him with a celestial white lie. When a young man mailed a birthday card to his father in heaven earlier this month, he was surprised and comforted to get a response. Since his father passed away 4 years ago, 7-year-old Jace Hindman, I believe that is, from West Lothian, Scotland, mailed the card as a means of wishing his dad a happy birthday. Instead of an address on the front envelope, however, Jace just simply wrote, "Mr. Postman, can you take this to heaven for my dad's birthday? Thanks." While it might seem that the story would end there, assisted delivery office manager Sean McGillan from the UK's Royal Mail Service wrote a response to reassure the youngster that his card was in good hands. "Dear Jace," reads the letter, "while we've been delivering your post, we've become aware of some concerns. So I just want to take this opportunity to contact you about how we succeeded in the delivery of your letter to your dad in heaven. This was a difficult challenge avoiding stars and other galactic objects en route to heaven. I will continue to do all I can to ensure delivery to heaven safely," it concluded. Needless to say, Jason and his mother, Terry Copland, were overwhelmed by the compassionate gesture. "I cannot state how emotional he is knowing his dad got his card," Copland wrote on Facebook, praising Royal Mail UK. "You didn't have to make the effort to do this. You could have just ignored it. But the fact that you have made the effort for a little boy you've never met is such a lovely thing to do. Royal Mail, you've just restored my faith in humanity, and thank you. It honestly means the world to him." Now, I so want to love this story. I want to love this story. I want to read the story and go, "Oh, that's so motherfucking adorable. Oh, I want my heart to become aglow with the wonderful milky goodness of the cuteness of this shit." But I can't. Because when it comes down to it, they're just lying to a child about his dead father. And that's terrible. It's terrible. I mean, do they not realize that at some point they're going to have to tell this kid the truth? That after all this whole time, he thought he was getting, he was delivering cards to his dad in heaven, that sometime they're going to have to say, guess what? It was all bullshit. We just made it up. We were all lying to you. What do you think that's going to do to a kid? You know, what do you think that's not only psychologically damaging, but I mean, that's going to stop your kid. Your kid will never trust you again. If you do something like that to him, that's just wrong. Now, I know some people are going to have different opinions on this than me, but me personally, when I was growing up and finally, eventually, my mother and father, sat me down and had the talk to tell me and let me know that, no, Santa Claus was actually not real. Well, I didn't trust them for years after that. And because I just felt lied to. And now kids they may not have like a great vocabulary and, they may not have a lot of wisdom as far as the world is concerned and how to handle things, but they're not stupid. And they know when somebody's just lied to them. And that makes them feel like shit. And I wondered, I talked to my mom about this years later, and she said, when we did that, we really didn't know how to tell you that Santa Claus wasn't real. And we just tried the best we could. And I said, what you could have done is you could have not lied to me in the first place and made me believe that he was real. I mean, when you're a kid and you're growing up, your parents are gods, okay? They know everything. They protect you. They are the ones that actually tell you about the world, what's going on in the world, and you don't question them, you just believe it. And when they tell you something, like there's a fat man at the North Pole wearing a red, red costume, and he comes down your chimney and gives you presents, may seem a little bit weird to you, but you believe it because your parents wouldn't lie to you, right? Bullshit. They will. I would never, if I ever had a kid, I would never lie to a kid like this and make him believe in Santa Claus or anything that I knew was a lie. This is just knowingly lying to a child. And as cute as I'm sure some people would like this to be, the reality of it is they're just lying to a 7-year-old innocent kid about his dead father, because some people think that a comfortable lie is better than an uncomfortable truth. And let me tell you, that just ain't the way the world works.